So I'm going to make a little royal icing for the gingerbread people that I just produced. Cool them down here. Look at these. We just baked them until they're a little brown around the edges, which I'm sure the color appears perfectly on my out-of-date and obsolete phone. The recipe I'm using is from this book here, The Professional Pastry Chef by Bo Freeberg. I purchased it by accident when I bought the wrong book when I was in college, and you know, I flipped through it. It cost twice the price of the book I was supposed to buy, and even though I didn't have the money, I decided to keep it anyway because I love the book that much. I highly recommend it. It's very into the classics. Really good methodology. If you're into like watching like the Great British Baking Show, and you're all about like the fundamentals and good technique, this is a great book to buy. If you like cupcake wars and cookbooks with lots of pretty pictures, it's not for you. So I'm actually scaling this recipe down. It's originally 1 cup of egg whites, C note, and 2 pounds 8 ounces of powdered sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. I'm scaling it down to I'm going to do 10 ounces of powdered sugar. I'm going to get a 1/4 cup of egg whites, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. That's right, yes, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I'm going to need some whites for the yolks. Yep. So there's more than one way to do this. Sometimes I use my fingers if I'm working with a much larger amount and using much bigger containers. If you're just doing a couple, I just go back and forth between the shells. Oh, I should read that note about using raw egg whites. Like I was saying earlier, about 4% of salmonella cases are chicken related. What's the note? As mentioned above, royal icing is used mostly for decorating, showpieces, and as such is rarely intended for consumption. If it is used as a major component of an item that will be eaten, more than just a decorative touch on a pastry, for example, pasteurized egg whites should be used for safety. Yeah. That's 1/4 cup. Sweet, we only need 1 egg yolk. Egg yolk. It also says too in the notes, you know, that if you're just making a small amount, you could just do 1 egg yolk and just add powdered sugar till it's the right consistency. That's basically what we're doing, except for I calculated it all out. But you know, if you're just doing like the eyes on some porcupines or something. So I have over here my KitchenAid mixer. Getting married's great because people get you gifts. So pour the egg whites into the mixer bowl, the egg white, using the paddle attachment with the machine set on low speed. Gradually add but a few handfuls of the powdered sugar and cream of tartar. So cream of tartar is actually what's in baking powder. It's a mixture of cream of tartar and baking soda. It's an acid, tartaric acid, which is scraped off the insides of wine casks as a byproduct of winemaking, and it reacts as an acid with the baking soda to form a chemical leavener. So this is used in a recipe that doesn't have enough acid, is when you would use it as a chemical leavener. We're using it here, from what I understand, as a stabilizer. It keeps it from like caking or turning yellow. What is it? Add a small pinch of cream of tartar to prevent the icing from yellowing. Okay, so I guess that keeps it from like meringues and stuff from turning yellow. Alright, I got the collar on there. Makes it nice and easy. I'm gonna throw most of this in there. term eggnog comes from. Egg and grog. Oh yeah, get our 1/8 of a teaspoon of tartaric acid. Egg and grog. I just don't like wasting stuff. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and I want to ingest it into my body. Of course, I also want to taste it. So, splash of nutmeg. Yummy. R&R. That's the good stuff. So, reading along here. Pour the egg whites into a mixer bowl. Using the paddle attachment with the machine set on low speed, gradually add all but a few handfuls of the powdered sugar and cream of tartar. Mix until it forms a smooth paste. Adding the remaining powdered sugar if necessary. Beat at high speed for just a few seconds if you are using royal icing for piping. If you will be spreading the icing on top of a gingerbread house, for example, beat the icing a bit longer to make it light and fluffy. Immediately transfer to a clean container and cover to prevent the skin from forming. If you're going to use it within a few minutes, place a damp towel on top instead. Stored, covered in the refrigerator, royal icing will keep for up to 1 week. So that is not my words, that is plagiarized directly from Bo Freeberg. To whom all credit is due. I hope that counts as a proper, bibliography. Give it a good spatting just to make sure everything's incorporated in there. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice icing though. Look at that. I've also seen lemon juice used as kind of a substitute for cream of tartar. I don't really need to call it at this point. Still pretty thick. I want to beat it so it's a little more squeezable, you know? It is. Look at that. Nice and thick. Kind of makes you wonder why people made a royal icing for hundreds of years if they couldn't eat it without pasteurizing eggs. Anyway. might be able to spread that. I've never really tried piping with it. I've done some decorating with it, but like, I really need to step up my icing game. Like, I don't do a lot of cakes and decorating. And yeah, I can make a simple buttercream. It's simple. It's just like, oh, what is it? A pound of butter, 2 pounds of powdered sugar, whip it all together. Easy. Call that good. So, I don't really have anything in the way of small pastry tips, so I'm just going to do it the ghetto way, which is with a Ziploc bag. We're just going to knock out the corner with a pair of scissors. Rubber spatula and get every last bit off here. It's pretty stiff stuff. I'm kind of royal icing. I think of the runny stuff that you drizzle on, you know. This is what the Professional Pastry Chef book by Bo Friedberg says it is. I'm pretty sure he's right. There's a lot of misconceptions about icing, and well, that's one thing I learned in culinary school too, is we don't do frosting, we do icing. Frosting is that weird stuff you buy in the store in a can. We make icing. There's different types of icing. Like a simple buttercream icing, even though it's fluffy, is still an icing. People think of icing as something you drizzle, but not necessarily. This is one of those things chefs like to be sticklers about, because they know everything. That's squeezable. Corner reverse now. Cool. Let's see. I was hoping the seam doesn't burst. It's quite steep. Just gonna take a teeny tiny bit off the tip there. I can always make the hole bigger. I can't go back and make it smaller. I'm just going to do a test run here, like, use the spoon. See if I make a happy spoon here. Let's do it. Whoa! Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Oh yeah. Okay, I can work with that. It's warming up to me. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Thanks, Bo, for the knowledge. Like I said, I highly recommend that book. It's one of my favorites. Alright, this one's ugly. I'll do it first. Do a little happy face. Happy face. That's just the timer for that squirsh that's in there. Well, amateur. It looks like a kid did it. But that's okay. Let's see if a little practice helps, huh? Do a little dot, dot, oh, come on. Dot. Bow tie? Should we do a bow tie? How do these dress these days? Should we give them little socks or something? I don't know. Oh, nesty nest. It's kind of not adhering at certain points, which is kind of frustrating. Doesn't exactly look happy. I need to accentuate the smile there. Yeah, second face is looking better. I really need more practice at this. I think this is one of those things that definitely takes a little learning. I'll try for the bow tie. Cheap. Put a little bit on my fingers. Doesn't really look like a bow tie at all. It's like a deranged bumblebee. A few buttons. Need any more character? Okay, I'm just gonna go big smile on this guy. Big all the way. We don't know if he's a man or she's a woman. This gingerbread person is happy. That's all we know. Big happy face. And some eyebrows. So I'm getting hair. Stripy hair. And glasses. Yeah. Probably wouldn't hurt to invest in some professional typing equipment. These really don't look like glasses much. Unless I squish them. Then they kind of look like aviators. Be stoic. Just a line. Horizontal line for a mouth. He gets. I give him a tie. Oh, there's the trick. I'm making contact. That's the problem. I gotta let it fall. So that's when it comes out smoothly. You can see, I mean, like I'm making physical contact with the cookie while I spread, and it just kind of comes like kind of schmegly. But see this neckline there? That came out smooth because I let it fall. See how his hair is all like weird? Anyway, he's getting the tie. Well, the lines are smooth. It's kind of plasticky and kind of, yeah, a little coat pocket there. I wonder if I can cheat. No, cheat. I'm gonna straighten that out. Knife. Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's pliable. I can kind of, you know, work it. All business. Now we got to make a gingerbread woman. Nah, I'm not gonna attempt that. It's just... Ooh, that's a maniacal smile. That one's up to something. What are you doing a couple of these? Hey, get back on there. Punk. Hoping this will actually adhere. Okay. I'm gonna go for another bow tie. Make it another attempt. I'm gonna try to correct it a little bit with the tip of my knife. Here. Yep. All right, you're getting a big smile. Maybe you get a vest. That's all from one egg white. I could probably do quite a few cookies with this. I should have done this earlier. It's a nice touch. Rest. We're splitting at the seam. Not cool. Not cool. That's one thing I hate about also disposable pastry bags, is they'll do that to you too. So we can throw that in there. Where'd my shank go? There it is. You can't even see what I'm doing from up there, can you? Yeah, it's very Play-Doh-y. Just great. I think you left enough space down the middle for the batons. Crumbly. Alright. He's looking rather dapper. should I do with him? What does that face say? Is he a bow tie kind of guy? He looks like a polo shirt type. Figure that out. You know what? I would have done a scarf. Nice and thick. It's coming out the side on me. Don't like that. Could do some mittens too, you know. Making out the side. If I could actually make it look like a mitten, that would be awesome. And a little like thumb thing on there. I think I'll cheat and do it with the, you know, never mind. I'm not gonna try. Just gonna. Seal the back. Usually I just kind of choke up on it, you know. Some boots there. Yeah, for my first attempt, this isn't too bad. With the last one. Okay, he's freaky looking. That. He's a freak. It's like a clown. It's hot in here. Really. Okay, you know, I'm done. It's been fun. And we're falling apart. So, cool. And we're a mess. I think I did just like a minute too long. Not bad though.